Finally read Holly Black's first series in Fairies, A Modern Fairy Tale, and lastly we have Ironside. Ironside ended up being my favorite book of this series. I was really happy that we got to go back to Kay as a main character. I really love that we got a lot more of the political machinations that I loved so much about The Cruel Prince too. Recap: at Roybin's coronation at the Unseelie Court, Kay declares herself to him to become his consort. However, he rebuffs her and gives her an impossible quest to find a fairy who can lie. Dejected, she ends up leaving and she tries to go on this quest with Corny's help. However, in the background, tensions between the Seelie and the Unseelie courts are rising. The Seelie Queen wants Roybin back and is determined to do it. So at the center of this all is, of course, Kay, because she knows Roybin's true name. In Tithe, we got to see what the Unseelie court was like. In Valiant, we got to see the solitary fae. And in Ironside, I love that we got to see what the Seelie court was like. It was so beautiful on the outside, but of course there's a cruelty to that, even though they're supposed to be like more sophisticated. I love that we got to see like their dark side too. I love the political aspect between the Seelie and the Unseelie court, the twist that kept going on with that as well. I also loved Kay's journey with this one, especially with her mother. She finally comes out and tells her mother that she's a changeling. I like that we got to see human Kay who grew up in Fairy. That's gotta be a rough transition for sure. I like that we got to see Lewis again. He was my favorite character from Valiant. I liked the dynamic between him and Corny, or Neil as he likes to go by now. I could definitely take that name a little bit more serious. I thought they had just a really great dynamic. I haven't read the short story at the end of it yet. Part of me really wants to because it sounds interesting, but part of me doesn't because it's the last little piece of Holly Black's backlist that I have left to read in the world of Fairy. So part of me doesn't want it to be over until the next book comes out. So I don't know. Maybe I'll read it now, maybe I'll wait. But overall, this was my favorite book in the series.